originally, was then traveling too much, went back to the team house in Korea, back to TSL, just stayed there, denied invites to tournaments and tournaments and tournaments until he felt ready to go back on the camera, back on the international scene. And he is here. He has proved his ground with already good results against Creator. Let's see if he can do it against the GSL finalists.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? A resounding yes. Here we go, folks. Ohana, Polt versus MVP Sniper coming up your way right now. Here we are on Ohana. Once again, it seems like only yesterday. It's a great map, awesome map. Incredible fights have been occurring on it so far. And here we're going to see one more. The GSL Code S finalist, who will be proving his mettle against a teammate of his opponent today. In the red trunks, playing ZerG. To the southeast, he is...
MVP Sniper.
A lot to prove in this tournament. His pre-tournament interviews, for the most part, involved him saying that most people seem to regard me as a villain, and I would like to prove otherwise. Well, killing a bunch of really popular, great players is not necessarily the way to get there, but he's doing it nonetheless. The question is, can this man stop him? In the Northwest, in the blue trunks, playing Terran, he is...
TSL Polt.
You're right, Infestors are a particularly heavy unit.
Bomber and Polt both in the same round at the moment. After that win, the Bomber put him through. Game directing, of course, is done by StarTales Legends.
The one, the only,
making
the master.
He's getting quite famous, this guy, isn't he?
He is. I hear he is some kind of sorcerer.
That's right. He's also very good at Starcraft 2, from what I've seen.
Yes, absolutely.
As we are going to have a regular play, one barracks into Command Center from Polt. And as mentioned, I think we will see a very similar style. I wonder if Polt's going to play identical to Bomber, or is he going to play bio only? I don't think so. Polt is much more about position, much more about the tank placements here. And Polt, I've never seen him play the same style late game, which is Ravens, you know, the Ghosts as well.
Yeah.
He's always been a player that will find a way to get a lead in the mid game, and then in the later stages will just win with superior numbers and good Viking. I think there's been many clips of Polt in the past. I think there was the game, I can't remember, it very well may have been against Dongray Goo.
It could have
been,
on
Toon Valley, when he had the sickest split. It couldn't fit onto one screen. That is how Polt plays the later stages. We'll see if he can do it here.
Yeah, we actually cast a game. It was a long time ago. Maybe you remember. It was in Finland at Assembly where he did the exact same thing against Stefano.
Yeah,
it was
that's
actually
right.
on Antigua, if I recall correctly. The Viking concave was so big, we couldn't fit it on the screen. It was incredible, and it absolutely crushed the composition of Stefano in that situation. But you're right, he's done it more than once. And as we said before, positioning is his greatest ally. He always creates these really optimal positions where he can fight in the most efficient way possible.
Well, Polt was actually one of the first players to actually think and find a way to beat the Broodlord Infestor. On maps like Antigua Shipyard, there was times when he would just go around. He would never engage the army. He would drop into the main, drop into the third and fourth, and just use and abuse the immobility of the Broodlords later on. But of course, time has changed. That was a good year ago, to be honest, when that style was really being developed. And we'll see what he's going to bring here, because he is playing against a GSL finalist. As we already see, good micro from Polt. This Marine is going to be able to beat down these Lings if he continues well. Oh no, okay, so the Ling does win there.
Last Ling is able to bring it down. Sniper is not, sadly, not a player we really talk about all that much, and we really should, because his rise has been meteoric. It's been incredibly good, and his performance last night in GSL was incredible. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people were really expecting it, but he ended up in the GSL Code S final, and he's actually got a really good shot at winning it, because he was traditionally known for his ZerG versus ZerG play, and yet he has very clearly developed his talents in the other matchups to an absurd amount, and even gets that Overlord out of there. Just a nice little initial win for Sniper there.
I mean, it's like I mentioned earlier on, Sniper had such a sharp rise to fame in terms of results as well, because he's always been just kind of on the borderline of Code A. He had a stunt in Code S a little bit and then fell down to Code A again and got back into Code S. And all of a sudden, in Season 5 of GSL, he's just bam in the final. And he's always been a great team player for MVP. It's probably why his nickname Sniper. He was just the Zerg player to come out to pick off people within the GSTL. But now he's improved himself individually to be a 1v1 player now.
Polt getting a little bit unlucky there, and this Starport play is most assuredly going to end up being spotted here unless Sniper suddenly has a heart attack and leaves. Well, there it is. Yep, he's got one of those. And the question is, does Polt now decide to fake the cloak, go for cloak anyway?
Yeah, we'll see if he cancels it or not. I mean, he could have researched a cheaper
upgrade,
the Caduceus
reactor,
I feel like he's going to keep it in this regard. So we'll see. It is going to stay there, so he's going to keep it. So quite a standard opening here from Polt. So, and when I say standard, this is the most used Terran vs. Zerg build as of recent.
Hellion Banshee.
Are these Hellions going to make their way? No, they are not. There is a wall off with 2 Evos and, of course, the Queens. But, yeah, Hellion and Banshee is great. It's going to allow the potential to harass, to scout, to take a fast third base. And then, depending on how he wants to play this out, which is probably going to be bio, that is Polt we're playing and seeing here, we're going to see double engineering base coming down very shortly.
Yeah. It also has this really nice effect of being like the one build which can effectively deny creep. If you've got Cloak, if you're able to overwhelm the Queens at the front, you could start picking off tumors if you want. You can restrict the creep spread, whereas it used to be the Reactor Hellion opening would be what you use to deny creep. You can't do that anymore.
Oh, the Overlord and the top right and the command center are going to cross paths, which looks like the command center will land. Just the creep try to come down, very similar to previously with NMrUUG, as we see.
Yep. In the meantime, we've got Spire on the way up, right here from the Sniper.
So he is going to play that very similar style to NMrUUG, as we are going to have the first little fight here. And these Hinds are going to be quite deadly, combined with the Banshee, which has Cloak.
Yep, it's taking a lot of damage, an interesting decision there to take that, but it does allow for more Cloak energy to come up. And of course, while that Cloak is up, that thing is essentially invincible, but those transfuses have been phenomenal so far there from Sniper, and he repulses that without very much effort.
Well, drones are going to go down, especially on this third base. There's 4 drones there which are hiding. Oh, that's really smart from Sniper, actually, to hide those
Sniper
drones.
Is really intelligent. There's no real question about that. He performs very well in this matchup, and we're going to get a couple of free Queens here, however, so this is still pretty good for Polt, especially if he gets the third one. In comes the Overseer, and it goes down anyway. It doesn't matter. Second Banshee now coming in. And that third base is now under a lot of threat.
If this goes down, Total Biscuit, we are going to see a very...
Incoming Spore Crawler.
Oh, is this going to work?
I don't think it is. Maybe he gets that one. No target fire. Sniper not quick enough, but brings in the Queen to take that one down. Still got another one. The Overseer is still up. Another Queen goes down. I mean, this harass has still been great, honestly, for Polt. He loses that second Banshee. Not ideal.
Oh, he's getting into the natural. The drones are the natural.
Hello. Oh, he's lining him up. Can he get him? That's a good shot. Can he get another one? Yes, he can right there on the ramp, but it's not quite good enough.
And the Hellions are dragging the Mulus to right on the corner of this map. Look at them. They're saying, come on.
Come on, bring it away from the base. Away from the base.
The further away the Mulus go in this map, the more time that Polt has to get the turrets up because he doesn't have the anti-air set up right now, but he's about to. So Polt in this game is playing very well. We've seen him perform very well at this tournament. He's bringing the same level of performance to Sniper.
He certainly is, and the Banshee's managed to juke its way out of the way and will hopefully be able to do some more damage. At least that's what Polt is anticipating he'll be able to do. In the meantime, now he has to deal with Mutalisk. He's got one Viking out, which is going to do very, very little other than tickle the Mutalisk pack, but he does have some turrets on the ground. His Marine count is quite low for this stage, but that is to be expected since he did go with the Hellion Banshee opening. He's now going to be able to pump out 5 Marines at a time. Sniper with pretty poor control there to start with.
Yeah, but he didn't lose one, which is the best part of that. As we finally see the third base being taken properly, only just now getting into gas, which is going to slow down the bailing count, the muta count, which we've seen in this game. Viking hunting. A couple of free SCVs here for Sniper, so he gets his first victory with these Mutalisks. But with Stim done now, he's going to have to be a little bit more careful.
Certainly. Overlord taking some fire, however, the Viking is very, very dead, unfortunately. Really no way that's going to get out of there. Does manage to pull those Mutalisks out of position again, trying to get his Marines into a position, so if those Mutalisks were to wheel around, they would crash right into the Marines.
Ooh. Sorry, I was looking at what Legend was showing. Look at the upgrades, a massive mishap there from Polt. The armory was really late, which means 2-2 didn't start on time, and we're going to see 2-2 finish way before for Sniper here, which will give him a massive advantage in a fight.
Yeah, it certainly will. That +2 melee is so quick actually coming out here, and +1 flyer attack coming in, which is wonderful if you want to transition through to the most powerful Broodlord Infestor composition you want. Getting both those upgrades is just phenomenal for you. In the meantime, we're seeing a lot of Marines, and where is that combat shield upgrade?
It is coming through. It's taking its time. Yeah, but he's not looking to attack right now. No. But of course, that does make the Mulus a little bit better to get in and do damage, which they're doing now to the SCV line and the gas. So gas going down. We mentioned before when Bomber, we only had one guy in gas. You could tell the difference. Now having lost the complete refinery.
Ooh, nice move there by Polt, able to sandwich them in, and this is why Mutalisks are awkward here. If you get stuck to the side, Marines have the range they need. Knock, knock, we have pizza.
Sorry.
I guess Polt doesn't like pizza.
That's right, he's a very healthy man.
Indeed.
He's a very skinny guy, very healthy. Looking at this game, though, look at the difference between Bomber playing against, trying to play aggressively moving out against Ling, Bane, Muta on map number 1, and how I described that a Terran player should play against that, which is defensive. They either hit timings really cleanly or they sit back and play defensive, which is what Polt's doing. Yep. He's getting his 2-2, he's getting a third factory as well, which is again emphasizing who he's playing against. He's adapting to the player, saying he plays Ling, Baneling, Infestor heavy. Good, I'm going to add more and more tanks to bring them down.
Oh, that could be a few freebies. Nice little grab there by Sniper. Looks to try and get down one, and he doesn't take the second, but still a nice grab there from him. Indeed, Lings are, they're just, you might want to, no, never mind.
Well, they're going to get shut down, unfortunately. These Lings
eventually. There we go. That's been dealt with. You know, a couple of seconds wasted here and there. Not really too important. But one way or the other, Sniper is continuing his harassment. It hasn't been that great so far, I have to say. It hasn't done a huge amount of damage. It has kept Polt back, but Polt didn't want to attack anyway because this 2-2-1 timing didn't line up. As you pointed out, though, late upgrades, late timing. That's right, and because the Mutalisks haven't done damage, as you said, Polt has an army. He hasn't lost an army. He hasn't been slowed down, so he's able to take a 4th base really, really fast in this game. And all these small things are working in the favor. We are going to see the Greatest Spire and Ultras come, but oh, Sniper's going to get in. He's going to get in before the 2-2 kicks in as well, which is absolutely fantastic here for Sniper. Will he be able to do the damage he needs to do? The Mutalisks are able to get in. Reinforcements going from the back. Several Marines are able to smash their way through the mutant count. A good hole, but Sniper killed all the tanks. This is where Polt has to stim, and win, because he needs to get across the map, but a great fungal to prevent that from happening. Gotta split. Polt needs to get to a base. When you win a fight like that, or not really win it, but the bailings and get wasted, you have good 30 seconds to kill a base there, and that's why the fungals were so crucial. Sniper with an interesting build here. He's building chitinous plating, but he's also building the Greater Spire there as well. And we're seeing that more and more from Zerg in this tournament, that they want the option to tech switch rapidly to both, because players are adapting to this Broodlord-based build order, so they want to add an element of doubt in there. Ultralisks on the way in, down goes a hatchery, and Polt with his first big win in this game. Tanks in the front right here. He needs to split like a god to deal with this. Can he do it? And he is able to survive. Wow. What a fantastic split from our Terran player right there. What is happening to our Terran players today? Another great performance from Polt, like we saw Bomber early on, and he needs to keep on hammering through. He's got a 4th base down. He will keep on calling moves. He doesn't have 3-3 yet, which is probably a mistake. Obviously, if he ends the game now, it's all done and dusted, but without that, he will suffer later on with the upgrades from Sniper, which are kicking in. And Ultralisks are about to come in as well, especially with this creep spread. That's going to make those quite dangerous. The Ultralisk Camet, if he could snipe that before the chitinous plating upgrade came in, that would be absolutely huge considering his Marine heavy composition, but he's more focused on the actual Ultralisks that are coming right into the fight right now. They engage without the chitinous plating. Infestor's getting very close to the tank fire. Not able to target fire in just yet. There might not be enough Marines here. Kills the hatchery, and it looks like the Ultralisk's going to go down as well. Fungal with the right flank. Reinforcements coming in. Tanks from the back. Can he bring the Ultras down? One is about to fall. Second going in. Great fungal growth here. So close. The last Ultralisk is about to fall here. Marines coming in from the back to try and finish this Ultra off. It will not die yet. Finally, it falls down, but a huge fungal is able to clean up the remainder of that force. Sniper holds on very well here. But Sniper's income is just plummeted. He's lost a 4th, he's lost a 3rd. He really can't muster. And it's not just the income, it's the production. Those are hatcheries, those are production hatcheries that he needs to build an army. He doesn't have any lava in the bank, only a couple of lava left, 10 Where's his army? He doesn't have one. He has 2 mutas and 3 infestors. That's nowhere near enough. Ling's coming on the field once again. Polt has an opportunity here to nail this down and finish this game.
That's right, Ultras are coming out the only thing, but they're not really fully upgraded yet. They didn't have the 3-3 from the Evolution Chambers compared to the Marauders that are coming now with +3 attack, which is on the way for Polt. He is going to hammer this down very hard, very shortly, and it looks like Sniper on the back foot, down 30 supply. And the production capability from Polt and the way that we're seeing units stream across has been beautiful.
And remember, Polt only takes a fight when he wants to. He is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. And more damage coming in right here as Baneling's Wolf at the front. The Ultralisks are pushed back and the contain is coming into effect.
Yeah, 3 Ultralisks trapped, pinned on the right-hand side here. They will have to break out eventually, and when they try, Polt will be ready. There are 5 tanks sieged up. There are Marines and Marauders everywhere, and now he's trying to break out, and Polt is ready. Polt says, I'm going to win this game.
GG! Ladies and gentlemen, the Terran fighting back in this tournament, and the first game convincingly goes to TSL Polt.
Zergs have knocked out all the Terrans apart from 2. They've knocked out all the Protoss players. Polt is one of 2 Terran players remaining in this tournament. The rest has been invested with all Zergs. Can he keep this up?
That is a great question indeed. And Sniper not, honestly, in that game, looking in the kind of form that he was in GSL last night. He's played a lot of games. This is his first foreign event. He is clearly tired, but Polt is a veteran of foreign events. He is looking absolutely composed at this stage, and that was really well played by him. Very few mistakes.
I remember that there are only 6 players left in the tournament now. The prize money minimum is $4,000, and it's about to shoot up to double depending on who wins this game. So very, very important for both players now. Pure focus has to go in for both players if we want to see the comeback or if we're going to see Polt close it up. And everybody must be very excited to see the Terrans fighting back.
They really, really are. There's some phenomenal performances going on, and obviously TSL Polt's team house is essentially the Zerg hive.
Yeah.
We've got great players like Shine, Hyun, Symbol, and up until recently Revival, that Polt has had the ability to practice against repeatedly. And as you can clearly see, it's been paying dividends. His Terran versus Zerg is looking great right now. His loss against Leonok was certainly crushing, but if he can take out Sniper here, that will be a really solid win for him and a great confidence boost going up against the remaining Zerg in this tournament.
And I'm going to check the map now, and it is going to be Daybreak, so a little bit of a difference here for Sniper, and feeling the Daybreak is not, of course, as big as Metropolis. I think we're going to see exactly the same from Sniper. Ling, Bailing, Mulisk. He's going to be looking at being very hyper-aggressive. It's a lot easier on a map like Daybreak than it is on Metropolis, of course, being a much bigger map, and I'm sure Sniper's feeling very confident in his pick.
Yeah, I certainly think so. I mean, Daybreak's kind of a fallback map for Zerg at this point. It's a nice big map. They can get up 3 hatcheries without really having to worry about anything unless there's some funky business going on.